I call this March 5th meeting of the Paducah Planning and Zoning Commission to order, and I ask that all of you stand with us as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job. Thank you all very much. Mr. Summer, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Benberry, Mr. Bradford.
Here.
Mr. Morrison.
Here.
Mr. Shrimpke. Mr. Shadle.
Here.
Mr. Wade.
Here.
Chair proceeds.
Here. Mr. Wade, you have the minutes motion.
Yes, I move that the reading of the minutes of the February 19, 2018 be waived and that the minutes of said meeting as prepared by the secretary be approved as written. Second.
Second by Bradford.
I will note that on the second page,
There's
I've asked Josh to research who made the second of the motion for the Olivet Church Road property. He does not have that available at this point.
Okay. That will be added, and we can, would you like to amend your motion to approve it as amended?
Yes.
Or as corrected, I would say.
Yes,
How about that?
I would.
And Mr. Bradford, would you?
I'll accept that amendment.
Thank you. So we are voting on an amended motion, which would be to accept the minutes as corrected. Any questions, any more comments? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Wade.
Aye.
Mr. Bradford.
Aye.
Mr. Morrison.
Aye.
Mr. Shadle.
Aye.
Chair proceeds.
Aye. Mr. Shadle, you have our first item of business.
Yes. I move that this commission adopt a resolution approving this multiple principal structure request for an accessory building to be utilized as a short-term rental as proposed by the applicant at 2054 Broad Street.
Second.
Second by Morrison.
This accessory structure is 440 square feet. The research I did showed that Paducah has about 55 short-term rentals. What makes this one different is being in an accessory structure, it makes it a principal structure along with the house on the same lot, thereby requiring planning commission approval. And the Browns are here to answer any other questions y'all may have.
Are you aware of any other similar uses or stylings of multiple primary on the same lot? Or is this going to be the first one?
We have one or two in Lower Town with like apartments above garages and that sort of thing. There's one in Fountain Avenue right off the circle I know of, and one on 8th Street, I believe.
Were those grandfathered in, or were they approved by?
They both come to planning commission.
They were approved. I remember at least one in Lower Town that was approved.
Yeah.
Thank you, that answers my question.
Are you planning on doing some renovation to your property as well, or is it pretty much the way you want it to be? I'm just interested.
No, we,
If you don't mind, I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. Can you hear me?
There you go.
Testing. We have redone the outside of our house currently, and still got to do the garage and that small, we're going to call it the Quilter's Cottage, and we're going to redo the outside of it. We had to actually close an alleyway. I guess you guys voted on that as well for us, so I appreciate that. So, yeah, we're kind of doing some renovations, yes.
I'm sure it'll be cute when you're done with it.
We hope so.
So, are there any other questions?
Mr. Summer, this is probably for you. Define short-term rental for me.
It's when people either rent out an apartment, a house, or just a room for sometimes a day, sometimes a couple weeks. A couple examples is Airbnb and things like that. That's a brand, basically, a short-term rental.
Right. Okay.
Are you planning on using Airbnb or some other booking
Yes,
agency?
I intend on using Airbnb if at all possible. I also intend to use it as, because I'm not from this area, and I have family come in town, so
Sure.
I hope to use it for that as well, so.
Sure. Any other questions, comments? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Shadle?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Chair Casillas?
Aye. Mr. Morrison, you have our second item of business, the North 10th Street property.
Yes, ma'am. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Derek and Renita Strong for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 1001 and 1003 North 10th Street. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and the dedication of streets be given and approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Shadle.
This is to abolish one interior property line. The applicants would simply like to build a garage on the larger lot, 17,000 square feet. Mr. Gardner's here if y'all have any additional questions.
Josh explained it well, so that's basically it. They're just wanting to abolish the interior line so they can add on and build a garage, that's it. As it shows, the corner lot is the vacant one. There's nothing on it, so before he can get a building permit, he needs to abolish this and then be able to get his garage for a site plan.
Comments or questions? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Shadle?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Chair Casillas?
Aye. Mr. Bradford, you have our third item of business, the 1300 Kentucky Avenue property.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Steve and Susan Kentucky Building Company LLC for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 1300 Kentucky Avenue. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and the dedication of streets be given and approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Wade.
This is to subdivide out a little over 4 acres of property on the V&V property. It's going to be conveyed to Shoreline Steel in the future, once the deed's made up using these new meets and bounds. For their additional expansion in the future, I don't believe there's any plans yet, but Mr. Tosh can answer any additional questions you may have.
So when they build their addition, will they merely be building on Tract B, or will they be eliminating the property lines again to make one?
They may be consolidating at some point later on. Right now, I don't know what their plans are for this additional property.
I did read there was just, this is the one with the restriction with the 75-foot frontage.
Yes, if
there's a building built.
Yes, if they build a building over 4,000 square feet, they'll have to do a waiver to abolish the
And
interior
they're
property
aware of
line.
that.
Yes.
So there's, whatever their plans are, they know that.
Yeah.
Are there any other comments? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Shadle?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Chair Casillas?
Aye. If there is no other business to come before the commission tonight, we stand adjourned.
Thank you all.